Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome back to the News Good. This is the show Who Said What, here to bring you all the latest juices and everything that's been happening this very week that we are ending. I hope you had a great week, because I did. Yeah, without wasting much time, let's go through the highlights, things that people have done and said this very week. Starting off this week, we are going to look at a candid advice, a very profound advice that one of our powerful musicians, when I say powerful, you should know he is a powerful musician. I'm talking about Sarkodie. He has offered a very candid advice, I should say, to up-and-coming artists. Now, in a tweet on May 1st, Sarkodie said, to all up-and-coming musicians, this era is a bit crazy because you feed off instant feedback to assess your career. But that ain't realistic, and I know it's almost impossible to do otherwise. But you have to try. Hey, just keep your head under the water and keep going. Most importantly, make sure you enjoy your art. Not every song will be huge on the airwaves, but that means nothing. Just make your art. Just make good art for your core audience and stay consistent. So that's an advice coming from Sarkodie to up and coming musicians. You know, I may understand, because a lot of up and coming musicians will want to please people around them. So if someone tells them, oh, I think your voice suits R&B, I think your voice suits high life, when in fact the person is doing reggae or dancehall or gospel, so they try to listen to people, please them in order to get where they are. Sarkodie is saying that you shouldn't be listening to every feedback that you hear. It is not everyone that will work for you. If someone tells you that reggae dancehall is good for your voice or gospel is good for your voice, doesn't mean that it will necessarily work. This is someone who has had experience in the entertainment industry, and coming from him, I think is something that you should take as an up-and-coming artist. So, Sarkodie, we thank you for that advice. We the up-and-coming musicians, we take it in good faith. Now, moving on to something a bit more political, we are going to be looking at a clash that happened within the opposition party, the NPP. I did a video on that within the week, so you could go look, we could go through our archives and access that full information. Now, in that video, I talk about NPP led by Dr. Abronye on a thank you tour, thanking the people of Ghana. I explained everything in that video, so you get to know. Now, when the NPP reached the Brong Ahafo region, Bono region, what am I still? I'm still with the 10 regions. The Bono region, yes. Kennedy Agyapong and Abronye, who is the regional chairman of the Bono region, they had some, a clash. Let's watch that video.
I can't say my arrogance. And the dear Durubabia Yadri. Raging ha, Moo Sammy 9 quite single constituency. I could catch no be said. Yantuaba my candidate, Muye. More Menamotina Damukra, the Monsami flow beside Tuaba my particular candidate. But the Binum Dimidi call ye campaign Riano. Omuria Yano no ma concline. Abronye no na Jibo Mia campaign. But no cranny so more bam ho campaign, almost a Abronye Nesumamo. Almost a Abronye Nesuma say, ye may campaign co a mebwa. A yes, some would do one dance here, some man no and flow beer. Some crofon so mo yes, I do me dim by yero. A china on bebamo. But this time no, o my mammy buafu. Namom, more being could do beatem. Who could do beatem ye? Not so ya, what's a young quiet a unity. I mean, say unity no. Mwana mukreti. Professor Makwe report or say ye kwa batwa and sama ye kano and no na and this if we UCT. Now moya propaganda no be ya no dia and tna social media say who didn't panatem now ria wabakasa memfa wadamfo.
Media, I'm telling you the truth. Obi anye beman chobia. But party enipa bi tumi kasa te so mo member omunye member e ba contributions ye nyisika wo mutumi be mu kosesere and they talk as if the whole world is for them. It's not for them. And yet, like some of them cannot even speak the way they speak. Because I'm a if you your podcast, too long. You see, your penokura, I will not respect you, but may respond to anybody. And yes, I can show down. Anybody akuma wasuru ekasa yepe memo party mu yankomo ye ma minisa wosika minsika mu here for promotion mu dibi kasa kokugudro so ye sika for please who born dog number to me atoku anyhow who born dog number to me atoku anyhow kukuru kukuru kukuru.
Oh yes, that's the showdown Kennedy Agyapong will give you any day and any time if you step on his toes. Again, if you don't know the background to this clash, you could go through our archives and you get to understand all of this, where this whole clash and the brouhaha is coming from. Now let's move on, but still on Abronye. Now, A+ and AG are kind of having a little, should I say beef, but there's a little banter between AG, Attorney General, and A+. Now, A+ accused Attorney General in the week in a since deleted post of some malicious activities which could involve corruption case. Now, Attorney General responded to that. My colleague also did a video explaining that, so you could go through our archives and get the background to that. Abronye has, somehow thrown his weight behind Attorney General. I don't know why, but he took to Facebook to make this post. A post that I'm going to read to you. A post that has been making wave. People are talking about it. Let me read it to you, and I'm sure you could see it on your screen. Now, Kwame Bafo Abronye posted, "This feckless Gomoa Central representative who bamboozled the good..." Wait. I think I need to drink water before I read this, but let's take it again. This feckless Gomoa Central representative who bamboozled the good people of the constituency with a number of fake promises is totally fooling. He's not only impetuous, but heedless as well. Someone who is struggling to pass company law, contract law, constitutional law, etc. Because of his wanting is now attacking someone who is cognoscent in that field. Dr. Ayine is a cognoscent. Dr. Ayine is a cognoscent so far as the legal field is concerned. Dr. Ayine's role is weightier than A+ certificate. It is an undeniable fact that our well-educated MPs are more taciturn, and the semi-illiterate Gomoa Central shape is on the street fooling. This idiot enjoyed state fuel at Castle for close to 2 years, even though he wasn't a government appointee. And I then filed a complaint before President Akufo-Addo, and the incorruptible Akufo-Addo immediately stopped A+. That was the reason why he was on Akufo-Addo neck 247. That corrupt A+ recently diverted 2 million Ghana cedis of his common fund into personal company account. That is according to Kwame Bafo Abronye on A+. People have commented on this. It is funny, but people are saying, let me read some comments under this post from Abronye. One Free Palestine says, either Abronye had someone write this for him or he used AI. We all know he couldn't type this by himself. Is that true? Another Alfred Bakida says, are you sure Abronye wrote this grammar? One Pablo Mills says, AI has really made typing so easier for Abronye, because this grammar, dear Charlie, me and you know that Abronye can't type such words. Do you think those words are actually from Abronye? Me, if you ask me, I didn't know he could I didn't know he could actually type such a thing, but I won't attribute it to AI or anything because people learn as they grow. Probably he's well vested in some kind of areas, or he's learning behind closed doors that you don't know about. So he could have written it, he could have had some help. I heard someone saying that his wife is a lawyer, so probably his wife helped him out. Who knows? Abronye could have written it, or AI might have helped him. But what do you think? Let us know in the comment below. Moving on, let's talk about the thank you tour a little bit. Kennedy Agyapong decided to withdraw from the thank you tour because of an unfortunate thing that happened. A KNUST student was stabbed during the Ashanti Regional Thank You Tour. Now, Kennedy Agyapong, when the Thank You Tour reached the Ashanti region, hired a Jama group from Unity Hall to come and perform during the program to make it lively, as usual. And allegedly, a rich friend of Kennedy Agyapong dashed the boys' money, the Jama boys' money, for them to share, for their performance. And also allegedly, another NPP member or a group of NPP members attacked these boys. They felt they weren't deserving of that money that the rich man allegedly gave to the boys. So they attacked them with arms, knives, or whatever. And that altercation led to the stabbing of one of the Jama boys. And the boy has since been admitted to the Abronye Teaching Hospital receiving treatment. Now this led to the withdrawal of Kennedy Agyapong from the thank you tour. Now, upon visiting the boy at the Abronye Teaching Hospital, Kennedy Agyapong realized that the hospital lacked some amenities, some tools, some necessary things that the hospital needed to work with. And so out of his good heart, his goodwill, he decided to donate wheelchairs to the hospital. And this has received a lot of, Kennedy has received a lot of love out of that. When you watch the video, one of the directors or the person who received the items thanked him and said this isn't the first time that Kennedy Agyapong had donated to the hospital. He has previously donated beds and other items to the hospital, and they expressed gratitude to his kindness.
Yeah, management ni na ni titire pa yarefo na yehwe obo aha no me gina oma na mu yeka wase enye first time wo ya de ama kofa no chili machine na ye de ehwe cancer for no maybe break it down when I tia honka in dollars and it's a sign back sada no a wo ba ye wo to full mattresses and the my yarefo na omodeda OPD and then what the wheelchairs, what bring your best and so honorable. And then so on now with the wheelchairs at the Bible was saying Fanya. And Abronye student who wore the Sikai. The Bible heard my call up and down. And who said patience be our baby, no more. Only your beds. So I wanted to buy beds. This is a commercial beds. A friend Mattis, yes, will be crying beds. To be besides, and to almost cheer up on them say, at the wheelchair, my woman, you never know when we go into a situation like this. It's a 1 year hospital near. And maybe back near the Basia, Panriana, I could do more will come. Yes. Okay.
Yes, now let's move on. In another video, Kennedy Agyapong was seen talking about his clash with Abronye, and also hinted at contesting for the flag bearership of the new patriotic party coming 2028.
So I'm pleading with those on the other side managing social media, saying all sorts of things. I've seen it all. I don't want to respond because in one breath, Kennedy Agyapong is preaching unity, and another breath is preaching violence. It doesn't make me the real Kennedy Agyapong, no. But what happened at Brekum, I needed to check Abronye for him to stop whatever he's doing. There is a clear indication from Brekum to Kumasi, tells me that, look, you are not needed, you are not wanted. So we are pulling out. Let them do their own thing. And at an appropriate time, I assure them that we are also going to campaign. I want everybody to know, every party member to know that I'm going to contest. Until they should be ready. And respectfully, nobody can tell me to back off. I will not back off. Because we started from 1990 till now. So in short, I want to say a big thank you to everybody. And because of what happened last night, that is why we're pulling out. Thank you very much.
Oh yes, are we ready for 2028? It is going to be an interesting year, the next election coming in Ghana. Anyway, let's move on. Now, we are going to be looking at Samuel Nate George, the Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovation. And he has an interesting advice for Ghanaian youth. Let's go listen to that. When we come back, we'll talk about it.
You stake a bet that Arsenal will beat PSG because we beat them 3-0 6 months ago. And then you go and stake the bet and then we lose 1-0. And your money has gone. Party didn't know that you invested in him. Hooligan doesn't know you from Adam. And that money is gone. Meanwhile, you could have placed that bet in quotes in Grow For Me or in a farms and affected the life of a woman or a man and his kids and wife and children. And you are assured that a year later, at the very least, you get your money back. Yeah. Pretty much.
Perfectly said. There's only
Laudable advice there, if you ask me. But what are other people saying about his advice? Unfortunately, the youth didn't take it lightly. They didn't take it as a good advice as I am saying it. So let's see what people are saying about his advice. Now on Twitter, X, this is what some people had to say. One person says, ban betting like Kenya did and stop this roadside politics. See the way he dey sit safe. SMH. Another person, Abdul Rauf Ibrahim, also says, someone whose wife is taking care of him wants to advise hustlers. Some judge doesn't know what it takes to fill the stomach, so he should shut up. Hey, people. So that thing that he said during the vetting process, and you're coming to use it against him. Well, another person is siding with some judge, and he says, guys, make we shun the bed too. One person also wrote, only a fool goes into betting without a budget and limit. We don't use our daily bread money for bet. It's the coins. It's the greedy gamblers that go in for big money to play casino games. Moving on, Smith, also on X, says, the worst thing about being broke is that these corrupt politicians address you with the assumption that you've stopped using your brain. How can I invest 50 Ghana in agriculture? Them fool or what? Another person, Big Stormzy, is saying the risk involved in farming is relatively higher than that of betting. When we go on 2 Ghana cedis for winning 2 billion, what I go plant, it go give me that returns. Another person is saying, your sitting posture is not for an honorable minister. They are tagging you to be arrogant, and we shouldn't let them win on this assertion. Sam George, you are welcome. King Jamaica also says, I'm not for betting, but 10 Ghana stake for which farming? That is Ghanaian youth for you. So they are asking Honorable Sam George, the money that they use for betting can't do anything in agriculture. Some people say they are betting 50 cedis, others 10 cedis. I know some people who even use 1 cedi, 2 cedis to bet, and that can't do anything in agriculture. So Sam George, please polish your advice and bring it back to the youth. This is what they are saying, not my words. Well, this is where we end this week's edition of Who Said What. Tell me what you think of this week's highlight and what do you think I left out in the week. Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. My name is Angela Deladem Kufo, or you can call me Miss Angeshima. Follow me across all social media platforms at Miss Angeshima or Miss_Shima. I love you and take care of yourselves. Until next week. Mwah.